Welcome back, guys, into another daily recap. Today is the 5th of November and we're going to do our usual recap on gold, Bitcoin, Euro, dollar and GJ. Today is the NFP day and unemployment day. We're going to start with GbpJpy. Here, as you can see, from the morning, as already explained in the trade video, we were expecting a bearish price action with either a retest of this level and then continuation down, but instead we got a first attempt above, but then just continuation down below 153.500 and below 153.200. After that, price just range between this 40 pips range. If you see on the lower time frame, as you can see, apart from the initial we were bouncing from a support here, we tried to go above. We were not looking for buys. We see a break and retest of the PPL, but we never get to not even 153.800, and we just have the high risk high reward sells below 153.500 and then in continuation down below 153.200 to go and revisit 153 flat, as you can see here. After that, price during New York started to range. Yes, we got a correction, but as you can see, yes, we had multiple attempts and retests of 153. This was the setup that I was highlighting on the Telegram channel. That went like 30 pips as well, but still then back into the range to close off the day and the week into this range at these previous lows. As you can see, GJ is closing the, if we go on the weekly, was a very bearish week due to the fact of the interest rate decision. Here, very aggressive bearish candle, but you have to understand that this candle, this pullback is coming from these previous highs being printed based on the rate hike talks. So it's not, we're not breaking the bullish structure yet. So price can even bounce from around the 50 flat and then move back up with further optimism. This was GJ. Let's go on gold. As you can see on the hourly time frame, today the analysis, technical analysis was completely right, but the fundamental analysis no. So we got the NFP today with very good number from the NFP, very good number for the average hourly earnings, good labor force participation, good, very good unemployment. But what happened, and it was quite shocking in my opinion, was that yes, we got a little deep down, but gold, the demand of gold just skyrocketed. This is like from these previous lows, we are getting to almost 300 pips here. Yeah, where we are now. So very, to me, surprisingly, as a technical standpoint, as you can see, we had this analysis playing out as this price point being very important for bounce up as a demand area. And as you can see, we had multiple bounces at 1789, no real strong closures below, no retest. The price stayed above 1789, and from there it just went up. So technically it was a really good analysis. We had a flat candle body support, we had a break and retest of 1795 on the dot, move up key level to key level. Again, not a single candle closing, not even at 1795, and just actually retesting those previous highs, just going up slowly but without even not a single break. Technically, there was no reason to sell. As you can see, 1816, this is more than 200 pips. Here, then, is a very slow but still bullish price action, as you can see. To me, it was really shocking because it was against what I thought would happen. I thought that, as you can see here with the NFP, dollar would have pushed above 94,500, which was the previous highs on the left, but instead it got heavily rejected and went to retest those previous lows, this previous price sensitivity area. So this is what shocked me, but on a technical standpoint, this worked out amazingly, as you can see, for the buys. The same if we go on the euro dollar, exactly the opposite as you can see, the dollar index, nothing special, where the dip with the dollar strength through the morning, the whipsaw at the release of the data, and then continuation up. Where do I have the analysis? Is here. Yeah, so I could say that below 153.1537, below here, did we have any clear? You can see it was very impulsively. Of course, this was the release of the NFP. Yes, we had like 20 pips here after the NFP with a confirmation of, as you can see here, on the euro dollar was much more understandable. You have New York Stock Exchange opening and then continuation down. As well here, the new 4-hourly candle making its way up. The strength of the dollar after the retest here, but as well then went just bullish, and for me it was kind of shockingly, but it did. So anything can happen in the market. Actually, buys, did we have any buy set up? No, not really. So not going to say that I called the buys. Maybe this retest 48. Nope, was not called. So let's go on Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't have that much of a movement. Yeah, we started here, we continued bearish as expected. Yeah, this was the analysis. I wasn't playing these sells, but I was expecting for better price areas. But as you can see, price went very strongly bearish, 130 pips. We got a bounce exactly at this level, 67.50. As you can see, let me hide this. I don't want to remove. Okay, hide. As you can see here, we have the strong bearish trend. We have this flat support being created. When it's broken, it goes back below. But still, as you can see, you have multiple attempts to break below, break 67.50. Failing to do that, you might have some buys here at the above the next key level, next PPL, to go at least to revisit those previous highs. And it was like 40 pips for the bounce of the PPL, but nothing more. Nothing was really bearish, which was expected. from the morning, but to set up better buys. Last but not least, we already saw it, GJ. We started with it. Yeah, in the end, I was really shocked about this move. I was expecting a much clearer bullish price action with a good NFP, but anyway, we're not investors, and we don't know what they're going to do. So it's in their hand. I can zoom in on the different areas where I thought there were good entries. I already highlighted this one, my candle setup. It might have taken a long time, but as you can see, is a nice entry, and even with 15 pips. Now 15 pips would have been stopped out, actually. Yeah, stopped out. Would have been like below here. It's a very long range, so you probably get stopped out. If you have 15 pips, you get stopped out. Here, let's say you get stopped out here, but still you have this further confirmation, or this one when you see break above, and this one is zero drawdown, just continuation up. Apart from this high risk high reward, which was not even high risk high reward because you can identify the flat candle body support, not even retesting 1795. You have, let's see, above this area, above these previous highs, you have this candle setup or the break above here. Not a nice candle setup. There's no wick, but impulsively you can have the buy. If you have like a buy stop here, you have your buy setup playing out perfectly. To the next price sensitivity area is already 48 pips. As well here, you have a break and retest. This might be the candle setup. I don't know the range. Let's see it together. If you enter here, 15 pips is still well valid. Actually, yeah, it would have been stopped out at break even if you have the 30 pips target profit for the partials. So you get your partials and the one taken out risk free. You have another re-entry here, or above 1812.5, possibly this one, only this one. Which would have played out very, very 30 pips. When did you reach 30 pips? Yeah, only here, which is 2 hours and a half later, so not as a scalper, of course. But after that, very, very nice price action. Do we have these eyes? If we have these eyes, we have this first candle, which is absolutely a losing one. Not even. The range is smaller, is much smaller now. So if you enter here with 15 pips stop loss, you are still alive, but to get to 30 pips, yeah, you don't get it. You get 25. Yes, this of course is fake, it's not real. But that's it. This is it for today, guys.